Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Figuring It Out podcast. This is now episode 9.
I don't know what we're on.
I think it's 9.
No, we did 8 in my backyard, didn't we?
Yeah.
But 8 isn't going to make
I
it
do not
to...
know.
So this is 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Leighton said there was problems with audio.
Yeah. Well,
So
also,
gonna-
I realized you didn't even know this. I didn't even mention this. I was wearing the hat of my company the whole time, so we'd have to blur that.
works out fine because
Yeah.
we're not posting it. So.
Yeah.
Ignore what we just said.
It's episode 8 of the Figuring It Out podcast. Today we're kind of just gonna talk about opinions today. Nothing too heavy. We're
We'll
not
try
gonna
not
get.
to.
In my opinion,
We're not gonna get political,
Political.
and we're not gonna get in any kind of like.
we're not trying to
heavy
trigger people, I
topics.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be doing just some basic ones, unpopular opinions, kind of like this or this kind of thing. You know, like what you prefer, preferences, and that kind of stuff today. So, Leighton, you had an idea already, some kind of opinion that you wanted to talk about. Also, none of us are wearing headphones. Well, Leighton's the only one wearing headphones. Ear reveal, or at least
So,
for the people
Well,
watching the video.
fine.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this real quick because it's actually really funny that it happened.
Yeah.
So I forgot my headphones. I walked out of the door with them.
Story
Jake
time.
forgot all of his stuff.
Everything.
So he's using the extra mic that we have that Sam usually
Yeah.
uses. Alex has everything because we're obviously
But my-
at Alex's house.
But my cable
but
died on my headphones.
His cable died on his headphones. So because of all that, I'm the only one with headphones.
Yay,
And these
poor
are Alex's.
planning.
These are Alex's spare.
My old ones.
All right. So,
anyway.
Leighton, you want to start us off with this opinion that you had in mind?
I can. Which one do you want me to do? Do you want me to do?
You can do both, and we'll
You can
kind of
do
just
both.
kind of bounce
I
off
hate
of
them.
it.
So
One of
first,
them.
first one, salsa is overrated. I don't like it.
And he's a
Really?
Texan.
Oh
I'm
my
Texan.
I
gosh!
probably
Yeah.
just
Okay,
was a bit
I'll say
loud there.
this: if there in some cases better sauces,
Oh,
or
definitely.
better like
Salsas?
I don't know what else to call it.
Salsa.
I know,
Salsa.
but I'm saying like I don't know what to call salsa other than like to lump it in with
well, I guess
other
it's a dipping sauce,
Yeah.
technically.
dips. I guess you could
It's
say.
a dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on the situation with other dips. Because if there's like, have you guys ever been to Chewy's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chewy's has that like creamy jalapeno sauce or whatever,
Okay. Yeah.
and that stuff
Is it a queso?
delicious.
Well, yeah. That doesn't mean
Like,
salsa's bad, though.
I know, but I'm just saying like I'd eat that over salsa, so I can kind of agree.
Well, yeah. But you
In a
don't
way.
think salsa's bad, though.
Oh no,
You're
not
saying
at all.
there's
I love
things you might
salsa.
prefer over salsa.
Yeah,
But you're not saying it's bad. Leighton's saying it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't like it. I mean,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I can eat it, and I have eaten it when I'm like really hungry. I just don't prefer it, and I think it's probably because most
Okay,
salsa is tomato based, right? It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Do you not like
tomato-y,
tomatoes?
and I don't like tomatoes.
wow,
Yeah.
picky eater,
That's a,
everybody.
that's a third opinion.
Seriously,
You have another opinion
Yep.
to go with this.
Yeah,
too.
well,
Not
I have
with it.
another opinion after
Yeah.
this, but I do like queso though. Does
I
oh
don't-
anyone-
yeah,
does
that's just
everybody
melted
like queso?
cheese. Everybody likes
Yeah.
queso.
We
My
well,
grandmother
except
doesn't.
lactose intolerant.
My
people.
grandma,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
grandma doesn't like it because she doesn't like any cheese.
Oh my gosh.
So
Sounds like a terrible life
I
to
hope
live.
Leighton's grandma doesn't watch our podcast.
I hope she does.
she doesn't because
Whoa.
she'd be our biggest fan, but also annoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not annoy me.
You're
just
gonna call
ask
your
me a lot.
grandma annoying?
No, she's
our
not
number one
annoying.
fan.
No, I love my grandma to death, and she's not annoying at
Okay,
all. But
okay.
she would. I don't know, and she probably will listen to this one day. So I'm trying to be
It'll be
careful about
fine.
it. but-
HEB
We'll
actually.
figure it
has-
out
I
later
love
down the
you.
road.
I
We'll
love
figure
you
it
if you're
out.
watching.
Aw.
I had to shoehorn it
job,
in
Jake.
somewhere. Okay, anyways.
HEB has a fire brisket queso.
Dude,
you
that
can just
sounds
make on a
so
grill.
good.
Holy moly. We gotta get it together and
Okay.
just make it.
I'll try it.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
this: have you had pico before, like pico de gallo?
That's a topping, though, I think.
Well,
Isn't
I've
that
used it as a
the-
dip more than a topping.
You dip into pico de
isn't it-
gallo?
Yeah, you just like scoop
I
all the
guess you can
stuff.
do that.
That's
yeah.
a
like
bunch of
the-
chunks.
I
it's
put
not.
it on like tacos or a
Hey,
few.
hey,
I
hey,
don't know.
hey, Alex, I'm
Leighton's
trying to
been
talk
trying
over
to
here.
talk this whole
I'm
time.
giving my opinion on your
Obvious.
opinion to his.
I was
opinion.
asking Alex, not you.
Yeah. fine. Okay, that's fine.
Anyways,
Okay,
Go ahead,
continue.
go ahead.
Continue.
Isn't that the stuff that kind of looks like
It's like-
guacamole on
it's-
top, but it's not guac?
It's
not
like
guac.
chunkier salsa. There's
Oh,
not
okay.
like it's not as
It's not
wet.
green?
It's just chunks of like
It's salsa
tomato,
without the sauce.
onion, and like cilantro, a bunch of stuff like that.
I probably have had it, and I probably didn't like it again because of tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's on tostadas and
It's-
stuff like that.
It's tomatoes and onions, two of the things that
I
you
don't
really
like.
don't
Like,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, I love pico.
Yeah.
A good pico, I will eat any day. I'll put that on everything.
I'm gonna have to have some Mexican food with you, man.
I'm honestly, I'm not a big Mexican fan.
Really?
Not-
But you like these?
I
An
okay.
opinion.
I'm actually very iffy about a lot of Mexican food.
Tex-Mex or original?
It depends. What do you mean by Tex-Mex? Because like
'Cause
Taco Bell, I devoured 3 tacos
That's
a
American.
quesadilla. Yeah,
That's
American.
American.
yeah.
That's
I
American. That's not
devoured
even-
3 tacos, a quesadilla, and nacho fries last night, and had a strawberry freeze
Tex-Mex is like
after
most
dinner
of,
too.
It's like
Tex-
Rosas. It's
I
most
was
of what you find
so
at
hungry.
Rosas.
Yeah, Tex-Mex is
A Texan
mostly whatever like restaurants are around in Texas and other places
Like
of
there's
it's like
there's El Phoenix. a
yeah,
little further
there's
down, something like that maybe.
Yeah, exactly. There's I think Chili's is technically considered that too.
Yeah,
Some of the
I
stuff
think
they
it is.
have.
Okay. I can do it. Depend like Chili's. I love Chili's.
Okay.
I could eat at Chili's all day.
Have you
Yeah.
ever had original Mexican?
Kind of. I'm a big fan of tamales,
Okay.
but
Okay.
that's about it.
Man.
Okay.
And
Alright.
obviously chips and queso and all the good stuff like that. Rice
Yeah.
and beans.
Yeah.
I like that stuff, but like enchiladas, nah.
Basic.
Tacos I do like, but you know
Well, you
that's
don't even do enchiladas.
that's a basic. You know, tacos is everybody likes tacos, and if
Yeah.
you don't like tacos, then leave.
I do like tacos.
Yeah.
I don't like crunchy tacos very often.
I'm more of a soft taco
yeah,
person.
I'm a soft taco.
I'm a
person.
crunchy taco kind of guy, but I also am. I mean,
I can enjoy a crunchy.
if it's a taco of any kind, I'll probably eat it.
So I like there. One of the tacos that we used to have with a friend of mine. I'll just say his name, Caden and Kareth. When we'd go over to their house and stuff, they would have deer tacos a lot, and those
Oh,
were
yeah.
almost
that sounds
always.
good.
I did love them,
Venison's always-
even though I didn't love the hard taco shells. I mean, I didn't mind them.
Makes it worth it
Um,
with the venison.
Yeah, so it was really good. Those were always
Nice.
super
Nice.
good.
Okay.
Layton has one more opinion too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hit us
What's your
with it.
last one?
Let's hear it.
Coffee's also overrated.
All coffee? Earlier he said
I don't like.
Starbucks.
Wait,
I don't
you
care
put
for
all
coffee.
coffee?
I don't even need it. So
Yeah.
for me, Starbucks
thought-
Starbucks is a waste of money.
I thought
there you
Alex
go.
I can agree Starbucks is a waste.
I thought Alex was about to get like a lot more
Yeah.
volatile over
He's
here.
about to-
Al-
he's about to
Alex
jump
is
on
the
me.
coffee guy here.
Well-
I like coffee, but like Alex
I don't need it. I didn't used to drink it,
I
but
don't-
my
I don't need it, but
I don't need caffeine. It has no effect on me. I can drink like soda right before bed and just fall asleep.
That's a like ADHD thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
I just absorb it. But
I can drink a lot of caffeine too and not have a problem sleeping.
the only reason
Yeah.
I actually like coffee is because whenever I was younger, my mom would get like the bottled Starbucks Frappuccinos and stuff. She loves them.
Gotcha.
But I would drink those too because they're pretty sugary and sweet.
Yeah.
It's not like raw coffee. But eventually, I ended up
Working your
drinking
way up.
more and more. Yeah, and now I
Yeah.
can drink like straight espresso.
Oh my
and
gosh.
stuff, like-
Dude, I don't think I've had hardly any coffee from
you weren't
Starbucks.
introduced to it.
Yeah,
really.
I really
That's
didn't never
why.
have a whole lot
Alex
of
is
it.
gonna go on a
And
crusade
so
now.
I didn't have a whole lot of it, so I never got used to it and never was like, "Oh, I want this or need this." So I never
It's definitely a bit of
depended
an
on it.
acquired taste.
It
for
is.
sure.
For sure.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I
No,
thought you
you're
were
good.
done. But I definitely think that it's one of those things that you have to drink more of
Yeah.
to get used to it.
Yeah.
Because even me, I don't drink a lot of coffee, but I do drink coffee.
Okay.
And so it's kind of a hit or miss a lot of the time with me because sometimes I'll get something where I'm like, okay, this is good, but then sometimes I'll get stuff where it's like, oh my god, this is so bitter, it tastes like dirt water,
I can
which is
do some.
kind of it's
some
just bean
coffees.
water.
Yeah, bean water.
Tastes like bitter bean water.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that is what coffee is.
That is what
beans.
coffee is. But yeah, I'm a big fan of coffee. I like coffee.
Okay, nice.
But I'm getting more into tea recently.
Yeah.
I like
okay.
tea. Yeah.
But tea as in I don't know how to explain it because
Hot tea,
there's like green tea. I love green
Yeah.
tea. Green tea is so
hot
good.
or cold?
Hot.
Okay.
But we're Texan. We all three of us
Sweet
love
tea.
some
Tea.
sweet tea.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh
We're
yeah.
also young, which
down
I think it
down a
needs
whole
time.
gallon of that.
Whoa.
We'll,
Hold on over there.
we'll drink a gallon of Milo's any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do any
What?
sort of tea besides like sweet tea? You know?
Any hot tea?
Layton? Yeah.
No, not really.
No? Okay.
And I just don't really
You're not a
like
hot drink person.
drinks. I
Yeah.
think
That's
that's
fair.
also part of it. Is
Yeah.
I don't really like now hot
Hot
chocolate's
chocolate?
a little bit different.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can drink hot
I was about
chocolate,
to ask.
but I never crave it.
That's
I
fair.
never am like, oh, I really want hot chocolate.
I for the most part, if it's cold tea, it's the Arizona green tea
Yeah.
that I drink.
That's good.
I crack like 4 of those cans a day. I have bought boxes and gone through them in a week.
Whoa.
Like
nice.
I love that stuff. But yeah, hot drinks I'm kind of iffy on usually, but if it's a cold morning, a hot
Oh,
drink
yeah.
just
Hits the spot.
hits it. Just yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
unacquired tastes. Layton actually just tried a mineral water here.
Oh, yeah.
Sparkling
Oh, yeah.
lime flavored mineral water. I have. Jake's got one of mine
We've
too.
got lime mineral water
So
here.
that's another kind of acquired taste. What are y'all's thoughts on those? Jake, I guess you like them.
I've drank
Yeah.
a lot of Topo Chico before this,
That's a
and
yeah.
like the grapefruit flavor and the
I
lime
have
flavor. In
grapefruit, I
fact,
don't think.
grapefruit is
Okay.
really good, but
Is it sweet?
kind of. I mean, it tastes
They're like these. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
so they're
yeah,
they're
Topo
bitter.
Chico. It's
They're
pretty
very
much the same
similar.
thing.
These
Okay.
are more minerally than the Topo Chico.
Ah, I
I
got that.
think.
Yeah, because you can.
You can taste more than
I
mineral.
taste that calcium.
It's,
Yeah.
it's actually from Mineral Wells, Texas, which is
Oh,
okay.
really?
It's a spring area in
Very-
Texas
okay.
with mineral water.
So, I've it's an acquired taste, and
Yeah.
I've kind of
Uh-huh.
gotten used to it. We also drink Liquid Death a lot at my house, and
Mm.
Liquid Death has
Yeah.
the sparkling stuff, but it also has. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
their tea is so good. I'm a big fan of peach tea as well. I'll say that.
Oh, peach tea is really good.
The
yeah.
the Liquid Death peach tea, very good.
Very nice.
Anyways, yeah. Leighton, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
on the mineral water?
You didn't like
Uh,
this one too much.
I
did
didn't
you?
like it just
Yeah.
because
Icky.
it's bitter, and I don't like a whole lot of
Yeah.
bitter stuff.
Mm. Yeah,
it's
a
like
lot of people don't.
pretty bitter. Like dark chocolate is one of those things that because it's bitter,
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
love me dark
eh.
chocolate.
I'm like I can eat it and it's okay, but it's not something I'm like, ooh, I see dark chocolate, I'm gonna grab it off the shelf.
Yoink!
Yeah.
That's me. That's me right
you
there.
like dark chocolate?
Oh, I love dark
Oh,
chocolate.
you
That's
do
my
that,
favorite
yeah.
chocolate.
What kind of like as dark as you can go, like 90%?
Yeah, once you
I
go
can't
black,
do
you can
that.
never go back.
Okay.
Nah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really I don't know any kind of like how dark it is. I just dark chocolate.
Jake goes to the baking aisle. He gets that stuff.
Oh yeah. No, actually though,
He wants
as much as I
99.
like dark chocolate, I really am not much of a chocolate person.
Oh, really?
Fair.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm actually not much of a sweets person a whole lot.
I'm not really
If I
either.
get sweets, it's more a sweet drink than a
Mm.
yeah,
sweet
yeah.
food or candy or
I'm
something
the
like
same
that.
way.
But yeah,
I'm a
Very nice.
carb addict, dude. It's bad.
hey,
Like,
me too, brother.
dude.
Me too.
This might actually be the drinks
Chips.
episode.
Yeah, it could be the drinks episode.
Well,
but
we're really getting we're in the like food and drink
Yeah, we
section
are.
right now.
dude, I think it's because it's the easiest thing to have opinions on.
Yeah.
But
very true.
No,
Um,
it like salt and vinegar chips, dude.
You're
I
a
can
huge fan of those.
destroy
Oh my
some
gosh.
bags of those.
Dude, that's definitely a divisive one.
Y'all
Oh, yeah.
think
A lot
that
of people.
y'all,
You don't
I-
think very many people like those?
Well, I just think that's not a very popular flavor compared to other
Interesting.
flavors that like
Well,
Lay's
there's
may make or
others
something like
that are
that.
very much
Yeah.
more popular.
I don't like potato chips.
Just
Besides
regular salty
those?
potato
Just
chips.
regular.
Oh.
Oh,
I
but
like 'em
then
all.
doused it in vinegar.
Yeah.
and fine.
Jalapeno
Yeah.
chips, dude. Oh my gosh.
What?
I will devour an entire bag of kettle jalapeno chips.
Dude, kettle
My
jalapeno
favorite.
chips are unmatched.
Yeah.
Those are top of the tier
Oh, yeah.
list.
They are good.
Number
You do
one.
those?
I haven't like ever
Aiden's
gone
not a
and
spice
bought.
guy, remember?
Yeah, so I'll never go
Oh, yeah.
buy a bag of them, but if somebody has them, I'm like, oh yeah,
I will
sure.
buy 2 bags.
There you go. No, that's me. I'll buy 2 or 3 bags of salt and
Yeah.
vinegar chips, and I'll eat them. And what I was gonna say is, y'all are like, oh, he doesn't eat very much, dude. It's because I'm always gorging on
You're
salt and vinegar
snacking.
chips, dude.
Are you a
All
snacker?
the time. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's terrible. It's honestly terrible.
I don't
am
snack a whole lot, but whenever I do, I eat good.
Okay,
I snack
so
all the
let
time.
me. What about this? This is a pretty divisive topic as well. You guys, mountains or sea?
Mountains,
Mountains or beach?
no question.
I knew you were gonna say that, but
I
I was
can
more
enjoy
curious
the
what
beach,
Leighton was
but-
gonna say.
I don't know. It's kind of 50-50 for me.
Really?
Because I
Okay.
haven't been to a whole lot of either.
Fair.
That's fair.
I've been to the beach much more than the mountains, though, because I've only
Yeah.
been to the mountains once.
Okay.
But I've been to the beach several times. But I still like both.
Yeah.
Um,
If you had to pick one though, and
probably just mountains, just because I haven't been there as much.
That's
but
fair.
if I
Explore
got
the-
so like
kinda
mountains
had
out of curiosity.
Yeah,
Okay.
if I had a similar experience, like a similar amount of times that I've been to both, then maybe it would change and I'd go back to beach.
Yeah.
But because I don't like cold.
That's
either.
fair.
Like,
Usually, yeah, mountains do kind of get a little
chili.
chillier.
yeah,
That's why mountains.
yeah.
I love the beach because that's mainly where we've traveled to.
Yeah.
But now that but that was when we were younger. Now that I'm older, I'm like, the mountains call to me. Nah, we actually, I want to start traveling into like Colorado more often
Yeah.
with my dad because when we climbed Mount Bierstadt, I've already mentioned this to you guys, God knows how many times, but I've loved climbing Mount
Dude,
Bierstadt.
You and I need to go come a mountain.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Would you hike a mountain?
I would
with
hike
us?
a mountain. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Next
trip.
day, Headline news: 3 young men die on local
Frozen to death.
yeah, on
What?
local
No,
14.
wait,
Falling off
two,
a cliff.
two
falling off a
young
cliff.
men die. One found in a cave, barely surviving.
It'd be Alex.
It would be
Yeah.
Alex.
I got trapped in
You'd
a
have like
cave.
your med bag with
Shivering.
you, little
Yeah.
TP made. Nah, but I'm a mountains person for the most part, but I do like the beach every now and then.
While I
Fair.
immediately chose mountains, like no questions asked, I will say, like after we went on our East Texas trip in the summer, like the very next day I
yeah.
got back, I went to Galveston, or not Galveston, Corpus Christi. It's a beach in Texas, or city with beaches in Texas.
Yeah,
I went there with my grandma and grandpa to visit my aunt and uncle and stuff. They were working down there.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I can seriously get into the beach, like
yeah.
especially if I can like boogie board or something. There's
Yeah,
some nice waves.
That's
Like
my main issue with
good
the beach
vibes.
is just how hot it is.
That's fair.
And
I got a bad
Like,
sunburn.
I'm not a heat guy. We
Yeah.
already talked about that, but like that's the main issue that I have with the beach is that you're sitting on that sand and the sand is hot,
Yeah.
the sun's beating down on
It
you.
reflects up on you.
Yeah, you get in the water and then there's warm spots and cold spots and you're trying to chase the cold spot, but
just
it
don't-
keeps moving.
Just
I can
don't
get into
out
the
of
beach,
the
though.
water.
I like the
and
beach.
if you want the cold spots, go deeper.
Yeah, true.
Fair. Texas has warm beaches,
Yeah.
like very warm beaches.
Then get bit by a shark.
Yeah, just get ripped away by the undercurrent.
Yeah.
they
You're
I
just
think
gone.
I think a lot of people, the reason they because I feel like a lot of people do prefer mountains over the beach, and I think it's just because
Maybe.
a lot of people have a fear of not knowing what's in
Well,
the,
my
I think
mom's
the
that
water.
way. She doesn't like
Here's
that kind of
here's
thing.
what I say to combat that. Not in like a debate kind of thing, but just like if people are afraid of the beach, they should also be afraid of the mountains because think
There's
about it.
bears up there.
There's killers
mountain
in the
lions.
mountains.
They can see them from afar.
Okay, but actually, think about
I
how
don't see a
much more
mountain lion.
likely it is to find a killer in the mountains compared to a beach.
Well, I'd be more worried about the wildlife.
Bears, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to. But like, realistically, people aren't gonna think, "Oh no, a bear's scared." Like, but when you think of like a horror situation,
People in Yellowstone walk up to bears.
dude, oh my gosh, I would love that. Just go pet the big puppy.
Oh, look at it. He's
Is
so
your big
cute.
puppy.
Look at the big
He's so
puppy.
fluffy.
Boom, boom,
Bites-
boom, boom, just
bites your
slapping it on
arm.
the side. It'd kill me in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh.
No,
ripped to
I'm
pieces.
an animal person. I could see it.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Oh man, I had another point I was gonna make, but then I forgot what I was gonna
Another opinion.
say. We
L.
can move on to the next one. I was gonna say something else about it, but dogs or cats?
Oh,
We're
I
just
love
gonna get the
both.
basic ones out of the way here.
My family has had lots of each.
I want a cat so bad.
Cats, honestly, I gotta say, while they are both very good pets, cats can be honestly at times a whole lot better. I was gonna say they won't necessarily make as much of a mess, but they will totally like
Depends
either
on the
pee on
cat.
your couch or like, man, you might get a fantastic cat. We've had amazing cats that are honestly way better behaved than any of our
Yeah.
dogs we've had, or at least our current dog,
Mhm.
who is a mess.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, fair.
Like-
we love Brandy.
Dude,
I love Brandy.
cats, I think, have the ability to be way more protective of you. They may not be like as effective at being protective because
Yeah.
they're like tiny little fluff balls, but they have the ability, or like I've had a cat follow me like a mile to my grandparents' house and
My
stuff.
gosh.
Like my grandpa had to drive it back. They like stand up and like protect kids and stuff. Like I've seen cats save kids from falling down stairs. Like
Huh.
there's lots of videos of dogs doing the same thing, but
Yeah.
cats can be stinking incredible. They'll totally cuddle with you or something. Like, of course, people do end up
Yeah.
with cats that like hate them and stuff. Like
Yeah. I think
Sam's cat, but
yeah. Sam's cat. I love Sam's cat.
yeah, Sam's cat loves
well,
both of us.
it's
They let us
Sydney's
pet it.
cat more than Sam's cat.
Sydney's?
Yeah, it is.
It's
Okay.
Sydney.
It's
Sam's
like
not
it's
at
her
all.
cat, but yeah, I love that cat. Is amazing.
Maybe I just have good luck with cats.
I think
I think that plays a huge role.
yeah, a
into
big part of
whether
it
people
also
like
plays
them.
in like for me. I'm just an animal person in
The
general.
same,
I
yeah.
love all animals, but if I had to choose, just because we've only ever had dogs, I'd have to say I'm a dog person.
If I was going to
But-
have to go into the middle of nowhere with an animal, it'd be a dog.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think
Mine's
that's
dogs.
a good.
Dog.
Mine's
You've
dogs
always had
too.
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always had dogs because my brother and my dad are very
Oh,
allergic
really?
to cats.
Oh,
So we can't have
okay.
them. My mom grew up with cats though,
Yeah.
and I don't think she'd have them just because of that. Because they had not terrible experiences with them, but they had
They got unlucky
some-
with their cats.
Yeah, they got lucky and unlucky with a couple of cats, so they've seen
Gotcha.
both. I would take a cat personally, just to see what it's like. I don't think I would get more than one.
One,
I'd
yeah.
only have one for the experience.
I think
and that
one
was
is
it- that
plenty
was
of
it.
pets.
But then that would mean my family would have a hard time coming over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably why I'd
Or
never
else you'd
get
have to
it.
shut the cat in a
Yeah.
room or something.
I'd get a
That'd be
cat if
sad.
I moved out. I'd get a cat first.
Yeah.
Cats handle themselves better.
They're independent.
just-
like
Yeah.
so you can like leave them with like just some food and water for a while, but at the same time, like
yeah, I mean, obviously you still have to take care of them. They're
yeah,
still,
yeah.
still a pet. They're still an animal. You still gotta like
They,
spend
they
time
require
with them.
less maintenance. than
Yes,
dog.
that's the
Yeah.
main thing. I love dogs so much, and I'd love to come home to a dog that's
Yeah.
wiggling their butt, super happy to see me. But I'm also happy coming home and hearing my cat from across the house go, and going, oh, yep, he hasn't eaten. And then I'd go feed him, and then he's fine. But
Well, I mean, we have like those automatic or like those big feeders where the food
oh, yeah,
automatically
like the
comes out.
automatic ones.
Cats don't like wolf down all their food at once.
Yeah, true.
They eat slower and they like regulate themselves.
Yeah,
So
I feel
they
like
can
cats
go
are a
off
lot.
something like that.
Well, cats are just a lot smarter than dogs. That's really what it
Usually.
is.
They have the ability to be.
With
Yeah.
with
Times.
dogs, you have so many breeds with so many varying
Some
of
breeds are
intelligence.
way
Yeah.
smarter than others.
And then
for sure.
you've got others.
Vizslas are the one
Yeah.
Ridley
Yeah.
is my puppy for context. He is a genius.
Oh yeah, they're
He's
smart.
so smart.
Super smart.
He's already like 4 months is how long he's been alive.
Yeah.
And he's responding to his name. He's already picking up like how to sit, how to like stay, everything like that. Those dogs are so smart.
Yeah, cats are just generally more smart than dogs because whoa.
They may be less obedient at times.
oh,
but they have
yeah,
lots
cats
of
It's
knowledge.
because
definitely, like,
cats
do-
are stubborn and
Yeah,
they don't
they're
work.
very stubborn.
So
yeah.
I actually saw a thing recently.
Usually.
It wasn't recently. I saw the thing a while back talking about why cats are like that.
Oh yeah.
Why they're kind of all
Is
like
it the independent
it's
part of them?
yes, and it's also because cats see us as big furless babies. So that's why they bring you
I've heard
things
that.
because they're trying to teach you how to hunt.
Yeah.
And they think
Oh.
that they are taking care of you, and so when they do whatever they want,
They think the roles
it's
are
because
reversed.
they're in charge. They see us.
That's
as,
why they're independent.
yeah.
They have to fend for
they
themselves.
see
think we're
us
not
as
gonna do anything.
children because that's how they treat their children,
Man,
and so that's why cats are so
that's
like
funny.
I'm gonna do what I want, chief. But obviously that varies on breed because some
Yeah.
breeds are just very like I'm gonna stick right next to
Yeah.
you, and I'm never gonna leave your side. And if you leave me for more than 3 days, I will kill myself.
Yeah,
It happens. I'm legit like
Oh yeah.
that happens.
yeah. There's a breed of cat called, and I think it's the Maine Coon.
I've
I
heard of
read
those.
I read a
We had
lot
one.
about them because I wanted to get one really bad.
Yeah.
And
Aren't they the biggest cat or one of the biggest
they're
Yeah.
the
cats?
super
They are.
fluffy
Yeah.
ones. And
They're like 3 feet long.
I read something how you can't. They're like what's the breed of dog that's like that? There's a breed of dog that also does this, but if you leave them alone for too long, then they will. Oh, it's ducks. That's what it is.
Ducks.
You have to get two of them, ducks and those cats, because if they get too lonely, they'll stop.
Lonely?
They stop eating. They stop, just functioning.
I was
and then
gonna
they get so
say-
sad and depressed that they die because they're just depressed.
I was gonna
Wow.
say because we've had a Maine Coon and we've gone like week-long vacations before, and it's always been fine. But at the time, we had a second cat. It wasn't a Maine Coon.
Yeah.
It was another cat.
Oh, that was
so
loud.
Maybe
Holy
that
cow.
contributed to
Yeah.
that.
So that's why, like, I would, because they're so affectionate, and that's why
Yeah.
that's why they get like that.
That was the cat that followed me a mile to my grandparents'
Yeah.
house.
So that like you gotta be able to trade some things. Like you gotta spend a lot of time with that cat
Yeah.
if you want an affectionate.
If you
one.
want it to grow
Yeah.
to love you.
Yeah. So there's a lot of maintenance that can go into them at times, but for the most part, I'm a fan of cats. If
Yeah.
it's like now that I'm older, just because
They're a mature animal.
yeah, and I'm a mature individual.
Oop, you dropped
There goes my phone.
Just dropping all kinds of stuff over
I
here,
don't, dude. I'm all over the place tonight. I think it's the caffeine.
Probably.
Our dog.
I'm shaking, bro. I'm
Our
shaking.
dog has shown that she's incredibly intelligent, but she chooses to use that intelligence about 1% of the time. Like,
Yeah.
she'll do the most ridiculous thing. She's a mess who's just blatantly disobedient. She keeps repeating the most awful things. But at times,
Like
she,
what?
uh,
Give us
just
an example.
constantly just pulling stuff out of the trash. She'll go into my room. She's been yelled at so many darn times. And she just continues, like literally, I kid you not, 50 times at least. She has done stuff like that, but she keeps disobeying. But she's shown that she has lots of intelligence through like just various little things. I don't remember those because they're far less common, but she totally has lots of smarts. She just chooses not to use them. Maybe she's actually just stubborn like a cat.
Yeah.
She has the soul of
Well,
a
that's
cat.
the thing. Some dogs are like Berkeley, my other dog. She's a Basenji mix, and Basenjis are known and are actually commonly called cat dogs
Yeah.
because they have the temperament of a cat. Because she's like, you will touch me when I want you to touch me, and I'm gonna go. I'm
Otherwise,
gonna
I'm
go do.
going
I'm
away.
gonna go do my
Yeah.
own thing. But they're also another breed that's super smart.
Man.
So we've got
Stormy's
smart
the same
doggies.
way.
Interesting.
Stormy's the same way. She's super stubborn. Super
I love
stubborn.
Stormy. I love her so much.
She's
She
so
seems like she just lays and sleeps.
stubborn.
She's such a diva. I
She
love
is.
it.
Yeah, she is so like. Maybe we should put photos up of all of
I
our
love
dogs
Stormy.
while we're talking about
Yeah,
this.
So
well-
much fun.
Like
Well,
boom, boom, boom,
There you
rapid
go.
fire.
There you
Wait,
go.
boom, because I've got two.
yeah, true.
Have you actually put any photos on any
Nope.
episodes before? Do you
I
actually
haven't
know that you
edited
can?
any video.
Yeah.
Oh, none at all.
I've only edited audio so far.
Oh wow.
Layton's edited
So
most
we
of
have
the
no
video
videos
stuff.
yet.
Well,
We
we've got a
have
few. We've got the first
two?
episode, and
Okay.
then RSS puts up. the
Yeah, we
rest.
literally
Alright then,
we are
sweet.
7 episodes behind on video right now.
Wow. All right. We
Yeah.
gotta get that going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to try some.
We're gonna move on to a new opinion.
Give us an opinion.
I just saw. No, we're all gonna agree on that
Hit
one.
us with one.
Maybe
Your
we
audience will
won't.
disagree though.
Hmm,
Yeah, maybe
maybe
it'll
we
be
won't.
surprise.
Yeah.
Hit
Well,
us with it.
yeah. Let's.
Maybe just do it quick because if we all agree, then we move
Okay,
on.
We'll
Taylor
skip
Swift
it
is
then.
overrated.
Yeah, that's agreed. That's agreed.
Agree. Maybe
She-
I don't know much about Taylor
I'll
Swift.
say
I
this,
like a couple songs.
She makes some good
She
music,
makes some hits.
know-
but
I guess I agree. People hype over her. Dude, Kylie's
yeah.
gonna hate me for this if she hears it.
all the women.
Kylie's
Yeah.
a Swiftie.
Any shot we
We're
had of
my
finding,
neighbor.
any
Yeah.
shot we had
Yeah,
of finding love from
seriously,
this
we're
podcast,
done.
Yeah,
down
gone.
the drain.
yeah, because I'm looking for love online. You know, what could
I-
possibly
I
go wrong?
really enjoy Taylor's songs. They're like classic, like people are gonna hate me for this, like 2000 teen style songs. I think,
That's fair.
and that's my
That's nostalgic.
favorite kind of pop. Yeah, it's like childhood music.
Yeah.
But so I really enjoy it, but I'm not like, oh, Taylor Swift.
I
You know?
personally, I'm gonna be real honest. I think Taylor Swift's fan base is a little
They're
over
crazy.
the top. They're a little doo-doo,
Yeah,
doo-doo.
yeah.
And I mean no offense to that, to any Swifties that God, I hate that
The
term too.
term.
I hate to any Swifties out there, you do you. You know, you like the artist, support her, whatever. But like in from my perspective, some of those people are like
They go
obsessed.
nuts.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
They're
they're
There's
crazy.
some people who are obsessed for sure.
Yeah, and it, I don't know, puts me off of it a little bit. It's just like Jesus.
it's like I don't want
repels
to be a
you.
part of it,
Yeah.
basically. But
So.
yeah, anyway, okay, so yeah, we
Kick
agreed
that
on
as
it.
well.
Let's
Okay,
move
next
on,
one,
I guess.
next one.
You guys have any at all?
No.
I've got a few pulled up, but it's kind of hard because a lot of these can like really,
Get deep.
Yeah.
really get deep. But also some of these are like,
We've taken some of these
These are kinda
basic ones
dumb.
deep, kind of though.
yeah. A lot of these also I for audio listeners, I have my phone on. I have my phone
He's
right
got a
here,
list.
and I'm just like
Going
looking
down.
online for stuff because there's nothing wrong with looking for a little bit of extra. You know, like we don't always have to have a topic sorted out every. There,
No.
I'm sure that's an opinion someone would have. Is,
Should
Yeah.
we have topics like before?
should we
the
have
podcast?
topics ready?
I
Should we
was
be
at-
able to talk about something on our podcast?
This is why we're failures.
We're never gonna make it.
To be fair, y'all figured this out while I was at work, so I didn't really know what the topic was till like a few minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
True.
Because I wasn't present.
Yeah,
have
a lot of these are kind of
excuses.
mid. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Some of these really suck.
Opinion. Are opinions a good podcast topic?
Yeah, true. Okay, how about this? Country music.
I love country
Yes or
music.
no?
Yes.
I go.
Okay, Alex.
I go.
Alex is more opinionated than I was ready for. I'm gonna be real honest. I thought you were a very neutral person, but
Very new.
Like, okay,
well,
rephrase it. Overall or
country music. Yes or no?
no?
No, okay.
If I have to go
There's no in
overall, if I have to go overall, no.
Okay.
I can
That
rock
doesn't
out to some
mean-
country music.
That does not mean that I don't like a lot of songs, though.
Yeah.
But as a whole, is it something I listen to a lot? No.
Well,
Okay.
I don't. Okay, I'll say that. I don't necessarily listen to it a lot, but I can really get down to some country music.
Okay. That's what I guess I'm. Okay. Well, I guess it's really just do you like country music? That's what I should have said. But like.
In that case, yes.
Okay. You like country music. You like country music. I don't like country music.
At all.
Okay.
Well, not at all, but like more no than yes. So
Okay.
that's why I say no, because I'm.
That's
I
fair.
don't know.
Man.
It all sounds the same. It's like Christmas music. It all
a
sounds
lot
the
does
same,
sound very
and it's all about
Drinking,
it's all about the
women,
exact
trucks,
same stuff.
trucks.
I got my heart broken. I'm drinking beer, and I've got a truck.
I'm doing 95
Occasionally-
down the highway in my F-150.
Occasionally, you get a. I love my dog.
Yeah.
I'm fishing. I'm in Texas.
I'm hunting.
Or it's
Yeah.
just a mix of a bunch of those, and like
That kind of gets into
sure-
southern music too.
Yeah, but like sure you
Very
can
similar.
boil a lot of genres down to that kind of stuff. Like I'm sure rock is a lot of
Yeah.
heartbreak and a lot of like love
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's just like I don't want to hear about how you're drinking your sadness away because you got caught cheating or something like that. You know, it's like I don't want to hear about how
Sometimes the girl was cheating. though.
yeah,
A
true.
lot of the time, the
It's
girl
like
is
I don't
cheating,
I don't
actually.
care about your heartbreak, bro. Like it
that's fair.
doesn't sound good. There's more folk. You know what I think the problem is? The music doesn't sound good enough to me to make it worth listening to the lyrics.
Oh.
Because,
Do
like
you
I
not
said,
like the instruments or something. Like,
well, it's
what do you
not. I
mean by
don't. I
that?
love like acoustic guitar. I
Yeah.
love guitar, but I don't know. Just the way that everything kind of sounds together. I mean,
I love me some good old southern music with some banjo and stuff. Some guitar.
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
banjo. I'll get behind banjo any day.
Yeah.
Banjo.
Okay.
I love banjo.
Mandolin.
You
I
probably have
love
to
the
play it a
mandolin.
little bit for me to
Oh, I don't have a mandolin.
get it, but Alex just pulls it out from behind the couch. Well, don't you know?
That's one of my favorite instruments, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I but like that's the thing is like I said, rock and stuff like that covers
Yeah.
a lot of like heartbreak and stuff. But with rock, you've got like that like electric guitar with it and everything.
I
and
love
just
some
like
good
a
classic rock.
good riff and everything like that
Yeah.
that goes with it. It just I don't know. It's a little more intense, I think, is what it is, and it kind of it just
rock.
works better.
I used to not like it at all.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, at all. But
Wow.
I can
That's
get
an
into it
opinion.
more.
Yeah,
But I don't know very many artists at all. Like, if you ask me what kind of rock do you listen to, I probably couldn't even tell you the name of the song or artist. to be
Hey, well,
honest with you.
here's kind of
I've
a
gotten
thought.
Sam.
maybe.
I've
Oh, yeah?
turned Sam to the rock side.
Does he
of
not
it.
Yeah.
like? Does he used to not like rock?
Well, it's not that he didn't used to like it, but he didn't used to listen to it a lot.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so when I started playing stuff, and that's all he listens to. Well, that's
Wow.
not all he listens to, but that's a lot
Yeah.
of what he listens to.
Do you guys lean more towards more like classic 70s, 80s, and 90s rock, or something more modern?
Modern.
It depends.
Really?
I
Yeah.
like older stuff, but I also like newer stuff.
I think the older stuff is better, but I do listen to both.
Like I listen to a lot of like Journey and a lot of
Journey's really good.
a lot of
That's
stuff like
classic.
that, but I also listen to a lot of like Shinedown and
Okay.
Shinedown's not new, but it's newer than 80s
Yeah.
and 90s and stuff like that.
I have more 70s, 80s, 90s stuff than I do.
Yeah.
Mainly 80s.
I
but-
recently though I've been listening to a lot more punk
Okay.
and all the versions that come with it.
What
Pop
really
punk,
is
punk
punk?
rock. Punk is like I don't know, I kind of want to think of
that
it's
feels
like
more like a subgenre of a whole bunch of genres.
it's kind of like
It
an
could be.
edgier rock.
Metal?
No, cuz metal
That's harder. I
yeah, it's
guess,
harder
yeah.
than rock. And then
Metal,
you-
I think of just screaming.
well that's then you get
Yeah.
into screamo. And
Uh,
that's-
I can't do that.
That's when it's like
I can do
you
I can
know?
do some light metal.
See,
But
yeah.
that's the top of my.
Yeah, I think because that's the thing is like screamo's more like screaming,
I'm good.
and then metal is more like
There's more.
it's not
instruments to
harder
it, less
lyrics, it's
screaming.
harder instruments.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
So that's like the facets of like
It's
the-
more yelling
Yeah.
than screaming.
yeah, that's a better
I
way of
guess.
putting it because like they have to yell
Yeah.
to be like to get that punch with the
Yeah.
music.
To match the instruments.
Yeah. So, but like with punk, that's what it's exactly what it sounds like. It's punk.
Okay.
It's kind of a little more like snappy and a little more a
Okay.
little edgier.
I'm sure I've heard some.
And it sounds dumb saying edgy now because like it has such a
edgy
stigma around it.
14-year-olds. Yeah.
But
yeah.
like I don't know, it's got a very
No, there's
a
it's
lot
a
of-
description.
a lot of the themes
descriptor.
and it works so well because the music fits the theme of it so well
Yeah.
because it's very like screw you and like screw society
Okay.
like
Okay. It's that kind of thing.
yeah. And so, and I'm not the type of person to like, be all
You
screw
hate
the,
society.
screw the system, like
Oh.
rebel and
Anarchy.
revolt. Yeah, but I can get down to it.
Yeah.
Layden,
What?
I don't know. I thought you looked like you wanted to say something. I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm just
Okay.
listening.
You've also been very quiet. Alex and I have been kind of like bouncing off
I
each
try
other.
to
because I
join in
don't-
with y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know a
Sometimes I
whole
over-
lot about it.
That's
and so
fair.
There's not a lot of input for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll move to a new. For now, let's talk about a music
What you got
genre
next?
while I look at these other
Just any
Alex
music
and I
genre?
should talk about
Yeah.
one. and
Well,
you'd
whatever
look.
you guys want to talk about.
John
really.
Denver, thoughts?
John
I don't know
Denver,
who it
I've
is.
never
Like,
heard of him.
well, here's the thing.
That's
I've probably heard his songs. I'm terrible with
Take Me Home,
artists.
Country Roads.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Take me home.
That's the most iconic
Country
John
Roads.
See,
Denver
I
song.
didn't know who sung that.
Yeah, John
I don't
Denver.
know.
There you go. Jake, John Denver. I know Sam doesn't like him,
That's like
which
the only song I've
appalls
heard.
me. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I love John Denver. My parents like John Denver. It's like huge, like Colorado mountain songs, you know.
Oh.
So
Have either of you all
it has
seen?
nostalgia for me, kind
Have either of y'all seen Friends?
Not really. I
That
heard there's.
show
I heard.
is lame.
I heard it's actually awful. Like you take out the laugh tracks, and it's just the most unfunny thing
It's
ever.
so
But people
boring.
still really like it.
I've watched it, and it is like, it's not even at least in my books, it's not even good enough to put on as like
I haven't
background
seen
noise. It is.
Wow.
It's boring, flat out. That is going to get me shot from someone. But
Friends.
I don't know.
I haven't watched The Office. I
No.
haven't watched Friends.
I like
Office-
The Office. I like Seinfeld.
Eh,
Those are my two big shows.
Seinfeld
like that.
is. I'm not gonna lie. Seinfeld's kind of almost in the Friends
Really?
area for me.
I think it's pretty funny though. I genuinely do laugh at the humor.
That's fair.
Maybe I just have terrible humor.
Okay, there's just
mom and
any
I like it.
Leighton. Have you seen any sitcoms though?
I don't think so.
The Office is too classic. The Office that has some.
That
Believe
Office,
me,
moments.
I've
Office is
seen
way too dry.
I've seen
Really?
so many
Your humor's
like
not good.
I've seen so many memes though, like just through Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube, whatever, of Friends, Office, like
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
popular sitcoms and stuff. So I've seen a whole lot of the moments. I just haven't actually watched the shows.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like with the clips and stuff.
Yeah.
People even with even with Friends, people clip stuff from Friends, and it's supposed to be the funny moments, and it isn't funny.
Yeah, I'm
and
just
it's like,
okay.
oh my gosh.
Well, there's
why are
sometimes
you-
some of that requires context. You know,
Yeah,
people
well,
that need to actually
But
rely on people
that's
knowing
the
about
thing.
the show.
Like even still, even with context or with that, if you don't need it, it's just like straight face, completely straight face. For audio listeners, I paused because I was making a completely
making a
bored
straight
and
face.
uninterested face because that show is boring and uninteresting. No, but The Office is way too dry.
Oh man.
I will say there are there are actually
I
some
quote The
pretty
Office
funny
and
stuff.
Seinfeld both.
That nah. Leighton, have you said you haven't watched The Office?
Mm-mm.
You've seen, but like you said, you've seen clips, right?
Yeah,
Have you laughed at those much?
some of them, but they're like The Office way
Man.
more than Friends.
Maybe
Okay.
it's a
Friends,
generational
I-
thing.
Here's-
I'm more of a '90s kid, even though I'm totally not. Or
Yeah.
'80s or '90s kid, I think.
I will say the only funny parts of The Office is when Jim is messing with Dwight. Those are
the
the
some of the
funniest.
funniest
Those are
classic
the
moments.
funniest parts of The Office, and those are the only funny parts of The Office. But otherwise, that's just because Jim is such a
didn't like-
smug like,
Yeah.
like douche.
and
to,
Dwight's
to
over
Dwight.
the top a lot of
yeah,
times,
and
too.
Dwight has it coming to him every time.
Oh, because he's so serious, and
Yeah.
it's like just
Michael!
It's so funny.
That was a terrible impression.
Yeah, but anyways, you were gonna say something just now.
I was gonna. Oh yeah. Michael driving his car into the pond. Was
What?
that not funny? Yeah.
I didn't like actually watch The
No,
Office,
okay,
but
never
like
mind.
my mom watched The Office
Oh,
all the
did
way
that.
through. Even my mom
Yeah.
was like,
I haven't
that-
seen all of it yet.
my mom has
Some
watched
was
the whole
Seinfeld.
Office, and she was like, it's kind of
Oh man.
so.
Oh, I like all the episodes I see.
Yeah. Apparently the ending's really good though.
Oh, I haven't seen the ending.
I haven't either.
I don't care if anybody spoiled it for me because I probably never watched
Don't
it anyway.
spoil
But
it for me.
None of us have seen it, so.
Cartoons. Any hot takes on
no,
cartoons?
don't get me started on cartoons.
Like,
Nah.
okay, for instance, for me, Avatar, The Last Airbender,
Haven't
Gravity
seen it.
Falls,
Love it.
Gravity Falls was so good.
Phineas
dude.
like-
and Ferb.
Phineas and
I lit-
Ferb, like some of those awesome shows, fantastic
Oh, yeah,
shows.
classics
But
for
there's
us.
okay, Steven Universe.
I didn't see
Steven
much of
Universe was
that.
really good.
really.
of-
I thought it was
dude,
trash.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, I can kind of get behind that, but that's just because I can see Steven Universe being kind of just like, I don't know. I don't have a word for it without triggering people, but it's very just.
I
You
never
don't,
got
you
into
don't
it.
know if Steven's gonna end up with a
Yeah.
girl or not.
Yeah.
Nah, but I don't know. A lot of people like it, and I liked it when I watched it. So
Did y'all
That's
watch
fair.
Gumball?
Yes.
That's some
Dude,
bad humor.
Gumball? Oh my
I
god!
still love
Gumball is so good. That show has such.
I like Gumball.
It's such a dumb sense of
It's
humor,
so dumb.
but
It's
somehow it's also so smart.
3 times the cheese walk side was to Switzerland by radio,
Yeah.
but it never got that parking ticket or
Like,
something like that. That's a good quote.
My favorite episode by far is the one where they're talking about selling out and how they don't
Yeah.
because the family needs money, but they don't want to sell out and do an ad for like whatever the burger place is, and so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
slowly devolve an animation style into lower and lower budget
and
animation,
does they become like
and it
just
is
sketchboards
it is
or
yes,
something?
and then
or
they become
drawing boards?
post-it notes, and I don't know.
At some point, we see the
as-
animators talking
yeah,
or something.
and
too.
as someone who has done animation and as someone who like
they
knows that
connect with
process,
you?
it is so good. Like the fact that they did that is crazy. Also, the number of animation techniques that they use in that
There's a
show,
lot.
there's 3D animation, stop motion. There's some
It's
lady,
overlaid on top of, like,
lady with a
actual-
her chin and mouth
Yeah,
in the show.
Susie or whatever.
Yeah. It's
I was gonna.
there's so much effort put into that show, and it is so good.
I was gonna mention an episode that I really liked to match what you were saying. I don't remember what it was now. I like them all really though.
Yeah.
They're all funny.
I'm gonna be so real with you, Layton. You mentioned Avatar,
Yeah,
and having watched it
you've watched
Was
it.
it mid?
a little bit,
Did you
I watched like the first season.
Did you not like it?
You gotta watch more than first season.
Snoresville.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
willing to watch more of it because
Okay.
you guys swear by it. You and
I
Sam.
haven't. Okay.
But I don't know.
First
The
first
season,
season,
I was just kind of like
they're just
just like,
figuring
oh
it out.
my
Oh,
gosh.
figuring it out.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make that joke, but the first season of Avatar, they're really just figuring out building the characters, introducing you to the characters. Second and the second and third season, so much better.
Okay.
So much better.
A lot of people say that,
It is.
and a lot of
so
shows.
much
I'm gonna be
better.
real on it. Real.
It doesn't
I'm gonna be
happen.
real with
I
you.
know.
Doesn't
And-
get better.
Okay, maybe it's just not your
Yeah.
thing too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's fair. But for me, second season, third season, so much better. Like honestly, it's hard for me to watch the first season
That's fair.
because the second and third are so good.
Did
Okay.
any of y'all watch Phineas and Ferb growing up?
Dude,
Yes.
yes.
It was it's my most watched show by far. I recently watched, like within the past 2 years or something, the entire series again for like the 5th time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got another food one here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Good.
Yes.
Oh.
Both of you?
Yeah, it's good. I
That's
like
a
it.
classic.
Nah.
Is that an
Bro.
unpopular? You don't like it?
Nah.
Do people not like
Oh.
mint chocolate chip?
Did you really just say that?
Yeah, I thought everyone
You
just
thought
loved it.
everybody what?
It's such a basic flavor.
No. No.
It's like just slightly less basic than chocolate and vanilla.
We just.
Is that an opinion too?
Whoa.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause-
peeking right now
so-
because I am no shot, dude.
Tell me about it, Jake. Come on.
I
What do you have to say?
I don't even have words, bro.
do you like hate it or just like not? Or are you just kind of?
I don't understand how people are so crazy over
I'm
it.
not crazy
I'm
over
not
it.
crazy
It's
over
like
it.
yeah,
that.
that's a good
But
flavor.
like,
It's like
you,
chocolate.
You
know?
just put it on par with chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah,
he
those are
did.
those are the two like biggest flavors ever. And
Well,
you
I'm
put
not
it
like
on par-
crazy about those either.
Well,
you know?
but like to put it on such a high standing.
Well, it's not on the same level as those, but it's very close.
close. That's what I mean. That's what has me at a loss for words.
Really?
I'm just not a big fan of it.
I didn't know that was the thing.
I just didn't know. I just didn't think that
Man.
you like. Some people felt so
What about it?
strongly
Don't you
about
like?
it. I don't know. It's just the mint and the chocolate. Like I can eat
those were good
like
mints.
Yorks or something like that.
Yeah, mint
I-
and chocolate.
I'll eat those
candies
all
or
day. I
chocolates.
love those things.
Yeah.
But like mint chocolate chip ice cream is
Wow.
just weird.
I had no idea.
I don't.
Have
Did
you
you
ever
know
had?
this?
I didn't know that either.
Man,
I don't know.
Have you ever had Andy's mints?
I don't know if I've had
Yeah,
Yes.
they're the
They're
exact
s-
things.
They're
that
very
you get-
similar.
They're the exact things they give you at Olive Garden. when you,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't eat all
See,
of
those
much.
are also good, and that's
Okay.
the same thing as like Yorks and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I don't know. It's something about the ice cream. I guess maybe it's because it's an ice cream,
Okay.
but it just I don't know, dude.
Man.
I don't like
Man.
it.
Wow.
Okay,
kinda
chocolate or
sad.
vanilla?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I choose chocolate.
Chocolate.
I think chocolate.
I
it's
don't
a
like
bit
the taste of
sweeter
vanilla.
feeling than vanilla.
I don't
vanilla-
mind vanilla at all,
Yeah.
but I prefer chocolate.
Vanilla gets old really quick.
Vanilla bean with coffee grounds on top. Perfect.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh.
Bring the coffee back into it.
Yeah.
Alex is our
thanks.
coffee guy.
No thanks for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
What are
Oh,
you thinking?
Uh,
Yeah.
You're
I
thinking
like
that?
chocolate milkshakes. I'm
Oh,
not a
yeah.
huge fan of strawberry.
I don't like strawberry as a flavor either.
Chocolate's my favorite, but I can do strawberry.
I've got a real good one.
Okay.
Ooh,
Pineapple on pizza.
I'll take it. Honestly,
I
though,
can eat it. I don't see why people are so against
Yeah,
it, but I
yeah.
wouldn't order it.
Okay,
I'd order it.
we all share the same
To be
views. Then,
fair,
dang
oh,
it.
you like it too?
I've never actually like fully had it. Like the
Oh, yeah.
concept doesn't sound bad at all.
No.
I'll take it.
Putting something kind of sweet/sour
Yeah.
on something like pizza, I am a little
I guess the ham
hesitant.
savory
I
kind of.
my main worry would be the clash with like the type of sauce because
Yeah,
some sauces
You
that-
don't want like straight tomato sauce and pineapple.
Yeah.
Grilled pineapple.
you want there has to be the sauce has to be right to
Yeah.
go with pineapple because that's such a specific
It all has
flavor
to be right.
profile compared to like what's on pizza. So, but I would be open to trying it
I gotta say
because I'm
though,
curious.
I like literally anything. I'm the most unpicky person I've ever met. So I mean, it's not really much of a surprise that
Alex,
I'll eat pineapple.
I gotta
on
ask
pizza.
you: have you eaten grass before? Just unironically.
I'm unironically, I don't know. I've made pineapple tea. So I
Okay.
mean, that's kind of close. I could make grass tea.
I think I've-
Dude, you and I made a
Yeah.
dandelion green salad once.
Yeah, he did. It was actually not terrible at all.
I taste like normal lettuce, honestly.
But I think
Don't
it
eat
was.
pesticides, kids. Be careful with that.
Yeah, weren't you concerned about that at that
Yeah,
time, or no?
I think it was fine because we're both here, though.
Yeah, no,
I
totally.
definitely questioned whether there was pesticides, though, but I think it
Okay.
was fine.
Okay,
Okay.
We-
because
we
we were
don't-
pretty young and we,
We
were
didn't
taking
do
a
much
big
lawn
risk.
care then, so
For anybody, Alex lives pretty close to a golf course.
we didn't
so-
pull from the golf course.
Okay.
Though. It was our own yard, I think.
So like us just eating plants
Yeah, stuff
off
from
a
the
golf
ground,
course
yeah.
is not.
We ate
good.
onions from the golf
Dude,
course. That
those,
was in the creek,
those
though.
onions were crazy.
They-
I was
they
not
were-
prepared
they
for
were
how
honestly
strong
decent,
they
though.
were.
Yeah,
They
were
were legit
strong.
onion.
I had one and I was like, good God.
But to be fair, we were just eating straight onion,
Yeah,
which
true.
is pretty strong.
like
you know?
straight out of the
we
ground.
weren't using it as an ingredient.
Yeah. So
With dirt and all.
I just had another topic pulled up and I was gonna ask you guys about it.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
here we
sure
go.
I've eaten grass at some point.
So when you guys travel,
yeah,
road trips or planes, car or plane?
I love flying, so I'd
I-
probably choose that.
I
I
knew
can
you
get
were-
down when the grove.
I knew you were gonna say that, but
I would
so-
love to fly. Too expensive. We drive.
My
Okay,
dad has airline
we're
miles.
not talking about expenses or
Oh,
anything.
preferred?
Just
Oh, fly.
no, yeah, Layden, we're gonna take this real serious. We're
Yeah,
gonna.
okay. Well,
No,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry. Yeah, it's preference.
Fly.
We're talking opinions here.
Fly.
So
I don't even need a movie. Give me a window seat. And I will put on my earbuds. I'll put on my earbuds.
Wow, the Irish
Just
just came
Adam,
out.
just completely by muscle memory.
I'll put on my earbuds and just stare out the window, even if it's night. I'll just look out the window of the plane and just think and imagine. I'll think about the flex of the wing and the control
Okay.
surfaces.
About
and
the flex
dude,
of the wing.
I just
Yeah.
love.
Wonder how far this
airplanes,
can bend. Snap.
man. Looking at the ground below.
Wow, look at that flex. It's
They
just
can
missing.
they can actually bend quite far. The 787 wings will move like 20 feet.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
You prefer driving?
I like driving.
It's really fun to go on.
Okay.
It's fun to be on the
It can
road.
get
I
tiring
will
if you're out
say,
there for too long.
It is very fun to be on a plane, and I love
You seem like a
flying
road
because
tripper.
it really is just a like.
It's a
It
cool
solidifies
experience.
that idea of like I'm traveling, but at the same time, I love a road trip. You go on the road, you're just cruising down a long highway, especially at night. Roads are totally open, and you're just
Some good
cruising.
music.
There's stars in the sky. You
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
stop somewhere halfway.
You and I
like,
go into take
hop out
star
of the
pictures
car.
with a
Yeah,
playlist going.
like that is probably some of the most fun I've had doing like driving.
That's always
And
fun.
even like that isn't exactly like a full road trip, you know,
Going
like
to East Texas was fun.
yeah, but
Oh,
like
it was
even
so
that
good.
road tripping to East Texas was so much fun, especially when you have friends.
Yeah,
Oh,
that makes
yeah.
it really good.
But I
And a comfy car.
I'd do it by myself even.
Yeah.
I'd travel by myself just because I think it's fun. Travel is travel to me.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter how you do
It's
it, but
more fun with family and friends.
Yeah.
Or going somewhere cool. But yeah, I'm similar.
yeah, I'd be happy to just go anywhere at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one. What's your preferred state to travel to? Layton, I don't know how much you've traveled,
Not
That's
a whole
rough.
lot, so that's
but
kind of
Alex,
tough.
I
But
know you've got one.
Man,
You-
I was gonna say Texas.
You don't have to.
I think I can think of
specifically
one.
do anything like how me and Alex are like have to choose a bunch of states or something.
yeah,
But maybe just like, what's your favorite state that you've been to
Mm.
out of the ones you've been, or something like that?
Okay.
This kind of comes back to me being the most unpicky person. I love everywhere I've been. Dude, there's
Come
so
on,
many-
Alex, that's
Okay,
not
Alex.
hot.
When I was going to Washington State, not DC, I was genuinely upset. This was back in like 2018, whenever I was so upset when my parents told me we were going there because I wanted to go to Colorado again. And once we actually got there, I loved it so stinking much. But what?
I was telling Layden that his mic was
Oh yeah, but it was like, man, going to the Smoky Mountains too. They're totally as cool as the Rockies. They're very different, but I love them. And then the White Mountains, like the Appalachians up in the Northeast, dude.
That's
Like,
fair.
the beach has been really cool, and everywhere in Texas I've been is awesome too. I was gonna say Texas is my favorite state, but that's my favorite to live in. I think it's ideal. It's center of everything.
You think Texas is ideal to live in?
Well, I have a lot of reasons for that. But like we're Christians. And
He's not
stuff. It's
talking
in the
for
Bible
weather.
Belt. Like, yeah,
Take weather out of the equation.
It's
If
pretty
weather's out of
stinking
the
hot.
equation, do you love it enough or no?
There's so many cool things in Texas. We have the
Kinda,
beach. We
yeah.
have the forest. We got like the desert. We got some light mountains. We have like open plains and prairies.
we do
like,
have a lot
we have
here.
like almost
we have
every like
every-
biome.
yeah.
Almost every
Yeah.
biome in the U.S.
A lot of
in
cool
our one
biomes.
state. Yeah, there's so many cool things to do. There's a really good city areas. Like, there's a lot of good stuff in Texas.
You're
Plus, like, the economy's pretty decent for the
You're-
U.S. as
Yeah.
well.
you're going to love me for saying this.
What?
All
you got?
you
Yeah, I was
speak louder.
I was purposely talking quiet,
Oh,
but
okay.
sorry.
Okay, my bad.
You're
my bad.
going to love me for this, Jake.
Okay,
Uh,
say it. I know what you-
Arkansas.
Arkansas is awesome.
Because
I love Arkansas.
I've
Arkansas.
only been to it once, and it was. I don't think I went too far into it. I'd have to
The Ozarks are awesome.
see where I went, but I really did think it was cool. Like the trees and like
Dude, you go during fall time.
the hills
Oh,
that
yeah.
I saw. I didn't see
Oh,
mountains, but I
beautiful.
saw like really big hills and
Yeah.
stuff there too.
I want to go off roading there
And
in
so-
Hot Springs with y'all.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Hot Springs would be so much
It'd
fun.
be awesome.
I am a big fan of Colorado.
Me too.
I
of course,
love
yeah.
Arkansas, but Colorado has
love 'em all.
always held the top spot to
It
me.
has
Yeah.
a special place in my heart.
Yeah, because I mean it's just Colorado.
Yeah.
You know, they've got the mountains and like we've already covered
Yeah.
that topic, you know, but like
Ooh.
I don't know.
It's
It's
I have
so
an opinion after.
Colorado is so chill, temperature wise too.
Oh, yeah.
But everybody's just so laid back, and like a lot of the places that at least we've been, you know, it's a little touristy, but like everybody's riding bikes everywhere. Like
cool.
everybody's just chilling. There are so many forerunners, dude. Like everybody's just so chill, and everybody goes
Outdoorsy.
outside so much and like does stuff, and
Big
it just
outdoorsy state.
it's so much better.
Okay.
So,
So, favorite.
plus weed's legal in Colorado.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I had to say it.
that's fair.
It-
That's
it's
why
not-
everyone's so chill.
It's not. Yeah. It's like
favorite
Canada, but better.
favorite excursion.
Go on, Lane.
Favorite excursion / activity you've done on a trip, and I'll tell you mine. It was in Colorado, and it was whitewater rafting.
Dude, whitewater rafting is so much fun.
So, favorite excursion. Y'all
It's
done?
climbing Mount Bierstadt.
Okay.
I love whitewater rafting, and we've been several times. I haven't been now that I'm over 18, which
Mm.
means we can do higher class rapids.
Yeah.
But it's always climbing a mountain is always going to be a higher it's going to be my top of my list.
Fair.
My favorite trip, I think I mentioned this once before, climbing Mount Washington with my dad.
Yeah.
Coolest hike I've ever done.
I've-
Plus, it's the most dangerous mountain in America. so-
Really?
or I think it's supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, I really want to climb another mountain.
Dude, we gotta
I've
go
never
Mount
done it,
Washington.
so maybe that would be my favorite.
Real
Next
quick.
outing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Real quick, though, unpopular opinion, I think New Mexico is awesome. I think a lot of people kind of look down on it, but, like, good for, like, some basic skiing stuff. There's some beautiful, like, hikes there in mountains, really cool forests, like Cloudcroft area. Is your mic picking me up?
Both of ours are, and so I
Sorry.
was trying to make sure that
I might
it
be
was
talking
clear.
hard.
Point them more like this.
I do
so-
this, yeah. Point your mics away from me. But, like, honestly, I think New Mexico's awesome. I wouldn't mind living in, like, the northern part of the state, like, kind of, like, level with Amarillo, Texas, you know?
I got
That
you. I got
latitude
you.
or whatever.
We've been to New Mexico like once or twice, and
I've heard it too.
it was fun when we went. But I guess it is a unpopular
Mexican
opinion, at
food.
least between us, because it's just like
Yeah, everyone's...
it was very just cool.
kinda
Yeah,
basic West.
It's New Mexico.
Yeah, it's got kind of Colorado, but Colorado's right next door, and it's way better. It's got like some of the deserty stuff like the other Western states, but it's not as good as the other Western states. And
I guess that's the
it's
thing.
kind of mid. I think people. I really like it.
Having gone to Colorado and comparing that to New Mexico, that's the issue.
That's what a lot of people do. But I still really like it.
And on top of that,
cool.
like if you want like deserts or sand dunes or something, we've got
There's
those
better.
Yeah, like we've got those here. Like you don't need to travel to New Mexico to do a lot of stuff. You can go to better
volcano
places.
in New Mexico. It's
Really?
dormant, but it's cool.
Okay.
It's tiny.
Anybody down to sacrifice anything? Any local virgins around here we can throw in there?
You're
That's an
talking
reference.
to two.
Yeah. So, I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang it. Balls.
Oh well.
That's not what I was gonna say, but that's kind of like the placeholder.
Well, maybe that's actually it.
It's the null texture that I have.
Null texture.
You can cut this out if you want. You want
Null
to wrap it
texture.
up, or you?
We're
I've
at about an
got
hour.
one. I've got one more.
One
And
more,
this
one
one.
more.
This one. I gotta just like type this in.
We need a bigger
I'm
couch.
purely curious about this, just for absolutely no reason. So I'm going to.
Oh, you had this in your notes. You were thinking about this one.
No, I'm gonna. This is something else.
Oh.
How do you pronounce that? Oh, here. How do you pronounce that word?
Avocado.
Yeah,
Avocado.
Say it.
avocado.
Okay.
Do people say avocado or something
No,
like that?
people say avocado
avocado. I've
instead
heard
of
that.
avocado.
I think that's kind
And
of a
so
regional thing.
I wanted
maybe.
to see.
I think it
'cause
depends.
my
'cause I think
family
some of my
says it
family-
differently.
Maybe mine
Jenna's-
does too.
Jenna and my
That's like
mom
saying
say avocado, but
y'all
I say
or something.
avocado.
That's why I think it's regional. It's like saying
Now that
y'all.
I-
Well, that's why I
All,
don't think it's regional
y'all,
because
avocado.
I'm in the same house as my
that's
family,
not
and we say it differently.
Now that I think about it, I think
Mhm.
if you wouldn't have shown me that, I probably would have said it.
Really
Avocado?
avocado.
Well, that's
I've never
why
heard you say
that's
that.
why I showed you the
Yeah.
word because I didn't want to say. Do you guys pronounce it avocado or avocado?
then
Because
mispronounce
then
it,
both are
yeah.
in your head, and whichever one you
Oh
heard
no, I didn't
last
mean to
is
say
pro-
avocado.
Yeah,
No one says avocado.
but like if I were to hear it, I'd be like, oh, it's whichever one I heard last, probably.
You say aw?
I say ah.
Okay.
Well, there's
Well,
several. There's
depends on the
several
context.
words that also Texans say differently to most
Yeah,
of the
that's
US.
true.
I'm trying to
Y'all.
think of some.
Y'all.
Do you know? And maybe did you know that
Oh,
All
sorry.
y'all.
a lot of people don't know what a liquor store is? Do you,
What?
Yeah,
Really?
it's called ABC store in a lot of
What?
places.
I've heard, dude,
Yeah.
some places have drive-through liquor
What?
stores.
What?
Yeah. I remember what
Just
state.
roll up. I'll take a beer, please.
Really, you can do that. I don't, it's crazy.
Yeah,
We don't have that in
That's
Texas.
wild.
you would think Texas would have that.
Yeah.
Or
No,
maybe.
did you know?
No,
that,
I don't think that
Did
is
you know that
Texas.
some people actually think that we ride horses and carry
Oh, yeah.
carry
Yeah, I've
carriages
heard
around?
that. I think
so
that's more of
wild.
a European thing to think. but-
I don't know.
Some people ride horses around.
Yeah,
in
well,
like a tiny
but I
town
mean-
in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, like really, like
They
like
think
that's
everyone
downtown
that's the
Dallas,
only
riding
yeah,
horses everywhere.
That's
Gonna
wild
go
to
park
me.
in the corral.
Yeah. Hey, where do I
Tie my horse up real
where,
quick.
where do I park the stallion?
Yeah. No,
Hey, where-
it's true.
hey,
Check
Anybody
out
know
this
where-
Mustang I just picked up. 1 horsepower.
Okay, here's a.
gosh.
She's
Here's
not
a
turbocharged.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people, so maybe this isn't as big
Whip
as I
the
think.
horse.
I'm going to describe it to you just so that you can
Yeah.
say it, okay? Because
Okay.
what are the things that are on the road that haul big cargo?
Semi
Semis?
truck.
Yeah.
Every now and then I would rarely say 18-wheeler. That's a big thing in Texas.
Oh.
But I grew up saying
18
semi.
I always call it an 18-wheeler. So many people I
you do
know
a
call
lot,
it an
yeah.
18-wheeler.
I
That's
grew
more
up-
of a Texan
I
thing
grew
for
up
sure.
calling it an 18-wheeler, and now I'm kind of just like it's a semi. It's a
Okay.
semi truck.
I think big rig was more of an 80s thing. Some states more say
A
they
lot
say
of
that, though.
people I've heard in the northern states call it a tractor trailer.
I've heard that
Oh,
sometimes.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't say that though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little. That's very
Tractor
northern.
trailer.
Yeah.
It's a tractor.
That's so northern of
It's
them.
a tractor with a trailer.
And this is very southern of us.
Yeah.
That's not a John Deere.
Talking about sweet tea earlier, and now we're salsa. And
Well,
all
I'm
that.
saying semi over here instead of 18-wheeler.
Yeah,
True.
apparently Texans say 18-wheeler, not semi.
I'm trying to think of another one that's like very Texas oriented versus
Yeah.
um
Well, we can think of more later, but for right now, I think
fair.
like
We'll have a Texan episode next time.
yeah, you got a Texan
That's a good
episode.
idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, because don't we have like a
Pecan
listener in
pie?
Germany or something?
Yeah.
Pecan,
Hello.
pecan, pecan,
Hi.
pecan.
Or what's hello in German?
I should know this. I was just there. My parents were learning
Hello.
German. Guten Tag.
Yeah.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. No, but
Guten Morgen. Or Guten Morgen. I don't know.
good morning. No, but this is a good place to wrap it up. So I think this is good that there's a lot of really different perspectives on some stuff.
opinions.
Well, more opinion than I thought we were
Yeah.
gonna be, and I think that's good to have. You know, good
Yeah.
like strong opinion. Maybe not. We haven't gotten into heavy stuff, and we probably
No.
won't because
Yeah.
this ain't that type of podcast. But it's good to have.
We'll
you
save
know,
that for
have your own-
arguing afterwards.
It's good to have your own opinions and stuff like that. You know, everybody's a little different, and I think that's that's what makes it so cool to
Yeah.
talk to new people and everything like that.
That's what makes a friend group interesting.
Yeah.
Having different opinions.
Yeah.
That's what
So-
makes us cool.
And we will have guests, like actual guests
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
podcast.
And
at
they'll-
It's
some
just their
point.
opinions.
Yeah, and we'll always have. Yeah, we should lead with an opinion question every time we have a guest.
What do you think on this?
Yeah, how do you feel about Texas? Nah, but
Are we cool?
yeah, oh yeah. You listen to the podcast?
Right or
Are you a
left.
fan?
Anyways, we're getting a little distracted. We'll get into more topics next time, but
Yeah.
for now,
Thanks for
we're
watching.
heading out. So we'll talk to you all later. Thanks for listening to the Figuring It Out podcast, and we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Signing out.
Later.